Good evening, everyone. Uh, Today we have Mr. Kapil Chawla, who is a business and life coach and also a certified NLP coach. So we'll be talking more about an interesting area, that is the Neuro Linguistic Programming, which is a kind of an experiential learning for self improvement and development. Welcome today, Mr. Kapil. Welcome to the webinar. Thanks for giving your time today.
Hi everyone. Hi Matya. Hi everyone.
Hi Kapil. Kapil, Kapil is also an NLP coach, so there is a very interesting combination that we have. So can you tell me about more about so that people get some background and what today?
Okay. Let me share my background first. What I have achieved as academically. Like I am a bachelor's in computer science and postgraduate in net as a network engineer. I'm a postgraduate in that, and I hold an MBA in real estate and also a law degree. And I did my grad certification in NLP when I was in Australia. I did it from Inspirative, Australia. I'm also a certified coach from CLI, Canada. Plus, I hold 20 years experience in IT domain, management, and legal domain. So that is basically what these are the things which gives me a job. Like it pays for my. But I have an interesting story to tell you.
Okay.
Why I got as actually like that. There's a story behind why I became a coach,
Okay.
and that's
Yes.
my better introduction. Then I relate to it. It is much better than my degrees because I know most of the people forget my degrees, and it's not that important.
Yeah. We would
So
love to
this is
hear
a
it.
story about like about 4 years back or 4.5 years back. I was actually I was coming from a temple, which is a nearby temple in my home. And as I came back from the temple, there is a small grocery shop there, and I was buying something from that grocery shop. And suddenly, like someone tried to like pull me my shirt,
Okay.
and this was a small child, and he pulled my shirt and he asked me like, "Uncle, can you drop me to my home?" And this was a
Okay.
child of like, about 4 years, 4.5 years, not more than that. So I was like quite surprised. I couldn't answer him because it was sudden. I have never seen this child before. And then because he's seeing me that I am not answering, he pulled my shirt, trouser again, and said like, "Uncle, can you drop me to home?" I said, "But I don't know you, and I don't know you. I don't know where home is. So how can I drop you?" So this child said like, "I know my home. I know where it is, but when I was coming to this place to buy a chocolate, which he showed me, like I have this chocolate, I just bought it from the shop, and now
Okay.
when I was coming from my home, I saw some dogs on the way."
Okay.
And he said like he's afraid that when he'll go back to his home, those dogs will snatch the chocolate pieces from him.
Okay.
So I said, "Okay, I don't know your home." He suggested me that you hold my finger. I'll just take you to my home, and we'll reach there. So I was got hold of my one finger, and he started walking towards his home. And as we walked towards his home, no dogs, but he knew his home very well. So we reached there, and as he was just near his home, he left my finger and just started running towards his home. I was truly surprised, but then I was also happy. Like when I turned back and I was happy, I was actually that is what I want to do as a career, as a life, like helping people to achieve their goal. This child very well knew that where his goal was. He knew what are the obstacles. Only he needed a hand holding to reach his goal. So we, most of the time, we know where our goals are. We have come to this earth with certain set of goals. We want to achieve them. And
Mhm.
only thing what is required is some people, a trained coach, to help them to reach their goal. So
Right.
this is what I do for my life. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next thing. Like, any questions about that, or you want to move on, Amatya?
No, so we would love to move about to the next part, and I think our viewers are also curious all about to know what NLP is all about, and like you can also tell like it's like for many people it's a very new term. So if you can explain
Yeah,
what NLP is all about and how it works basically.
yeah. I had designed my topic just on a basic level because I understand a lot of people don't know NLP, and it's a misnomer for many people. It's like stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming, uh, and in IT field also there is NLP, which is Natural Linguistic Programming or something like that. So many people get confused from
Natural
that,
language
and also
programming.
yeah. So uh, because of the word programming, a lot of people get confused about what is NLP. So I've kept my topic is something like the topics which I'm going to cover today is, first I'm going to talk about NLP. What does it mean? What is the history of NLP, and where NLP is being used? Because this is the area which I like to stress upon, like because meaning and origin doesn't really matter much, but it's more how practically as lawyers you can use them. And then we'll be talking about some of the areas where lawyers can benefit from NLP. And then I'll be talking about some goals which can, I don't have a comprehensive goals because each individual would have a different goal. So
Right.
I can share some goals with you which a lawyer can use for using NLP for their benefit. So let's start with what they do mean by NLP. Now, NLP as a word describes this uh, neuro linguistic programming.
Right.
Neuro linguistic means the language, and programming, if you understand, programming is a set of instructions, like a set of instructions which are used in sense for programming the computer. But here we are talking about the programming of the mind. So what is instructions from the mind? Instructions for the mind is the belief system which we are carrying. We can by using NLP, we can actually program our minds or change our belief systems,
Kapil,
which are negative belief systems. Yes.
Kapil, actually there is a lag in the video, so if you can just repeat the last part, last 10 seconds or something.
Okay. So I was talking about programming. Programming is basically a set of instructions. And when we program in terms of computers, but if you take human beings, it's basically beliefs. So belief could be a negative belief and belief could be a positive belief. So NLP can be used to program the negative. So that this is basically the word NLP stands for, and some different definitions of it, and it's a very because it's a relatively new subject, and it's there is no one clear definition of NLP, but what the founders actually say about is it's uh, NLP is study of excellence. What basically they have done is they have used a particular technique called modeling and modeled certain people who have excelled careers. Like they have modeled people like Erickson, who was a great hypnotist. So using these kinds of examples, they modeling people, they have made a study called branch called NLP, which is used as a model for people to achieve excellence. Okay, let's understand some of its origin, like why and who actually created NLP.
Well,
Just a
actually,
moment.
I think Kapil, there is some interruptions.
That's yeah. Some one thing. One second.
Yeah, sure. We are actually experiencing a little bit downtime, so Kapil will be back. Yeah. Kapil, just a minute. Kapil, just a minute. Kapil, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Kapil.
Can you hear me now?
Just a minute. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay.
can hear you now. It's clear now.
So can we
Yeah,
continue?
we'll continue. Sorry for the disruption. We'll continue the.
Okay, I was talking about the founders of NLP. NLP was founded by two people. Though a lot of people have contributed to NLP now, and it's a work in progress kind of situation. Like a lot of people contribute the NLP techniques and tricks, but the main Richard Bandler was basically from IT field, and John Grinder was he was from the linguistics. Had a common interest in psychology. So that's where and from there the combination of AI and linguistic and psychology brought to them to the origin of NLP. And it was started somewhere in 70s in US, and it's a work in they have borrowed from various fields, small bits and pieces from various fields to NLP. Like they are borrowed from behavioral psychology, positive psychology, psychometric profiling, Gestalt therapy, selling psychology, and even to a level they have even borrowed from like fields like from warriors, like even from uh, fields like where olden warriors used to fight. So like Hawaiian techniques also they are borrowed from various. It's not that it is like the tricks are from one single place. They are borrowed. So that was basically about origin. I told you, like I don't want to go into deep about it. Next, what I want to cover is where NLP is used.
Yeah, that will be more
Basically,
important.
NLP, yeah, like NLP is being used in business. Like in business, it is used for training employees, uh, training top management, like for salespeopeople. So also for anyone who is in the team, like it's used for confidence building. It can be used on a various levels for business. Like what so far has been happening is uh, that uh, psychology, fields of psychology are being used, which are kind of positive affirmations for people. And basically, in any training situation, if you see, within 24 hours or 48 hours or maximum 72 hours, most of the training is lost. Like people don't remember what they have done. But if one is into practical way of doing things, like if things are done in a practical level, if you do by your own hand, and that's what NLP. Here you use what is known as VAK, that is visual, audio, and kinesthetic, all three at a time. Like in a normal training environment, you usually hear people giving lectures, and maximum you could see is visual. Kinetics part is totally missing. But in NLP, we use all the three uh, organs, you could say, sensory things like visual, audio, as well as kinesthetic. So in business, it is being used for quite some time now, and in India, it's catching up slowly and slowly. Then in field of education, one of the major issues with education is that we only use mostly either audio part of it, or we use the visual part of it. But trained in the kinesthetic part, like we are not doing something with our hands or something with our kinesthetic part of things. Like even with law, as you see, like if we are changing from art just reading acts, we are changing to case study. Case study method is more better than just going through the theory, because there you implement. Similarly in NLP, we actually do things with our hands or with our body, which helps us to understand things. Another field which is used a lot nowadays is in training. And in training also, as I told you beforehand, is like there is a research that if you attend a training seminar and if
Okay.
you don't revise things for, let's say, 72 hours, most of the things are lost. But in NLP, because it's on a VAK level, uh, visual, audio, kinesthetic, so you get visual understanding of it or auditory. But once you have done it with your own body, you actually get a more sustained learning. Okay, and another thing, area which NLP is being used is in therapy.
Okay.
Therapy in terms of like reducing, let's say, weight, fighting cigarette smoking. Like if a person wants to leave smoking. Other fields which NLP is being used is traumas. Like if you want to cure some of the traumas, and NLP as a field much important as a therapy, but in US and in Australia, uh, it is getting a lot of exposure in terms of therapy also.
Okay.
So there is like
Okay.
a lot of regulations are there in about using the word therapy, but still it is being used as a way of therapy, in the way of therapy also. Other things, other areas where NLP is being used is like coaching, which is catching up in India. Like we see a lot of coaches doing NLP coaching. See, if we compare, therapy is something where you fix up things which have gone wrong.
Right.
But in coaching, we don't fix up things. We actually try to improve from where you are right now. Let's say you are at a level of 6. So what can be done to raise you to the level of 9 or 10? So that's where NLP coaching helps. Like if you want to improve your skills, which are in my later slides. But if you want to use NLP for, let's say, improving your communication skills or your relationship with your colleagues or your uh, understanding with people. So NLP can be used by the coaches or is being used by the coaches for coaching them to improve their skill levels and belief levels as well. And further, like NLP is being used for personal development. We have seen like recently a lot of literature floating around with movies like The Secret and other books being released, that uh, there is a lot of interest in law of attraction. But when you see these books or read these literature about self development, what is happening is like they are giving just the theory part of it. Nobody is actually telling that how to train your subconscious mind, because most of the techniques are on subconscious on a conscious level. Like,
Yeah.
but what is happening once you do something on the conscious level and your conscious mind doesn't, it will not last for long. Let's say let's take an example of to quit smoking. Now conscious level a person start, many people have thought of smoking leaving smoking, and they come back. There is a relapse when they do it on a conscious level.
Right.
But we have seen like people who have trained their subconscious mind to leave smoking. It becomes easy. I'll give you a few examples how that can be achieved. Like NLP is one
Right.
therapy where your one can train the subconscious mind to quit smoking. But we have seen in other fields also, in fields like hypnosis also. Why I'm bringing hypnosis is because lot of material or lot of techniques have been borrowed in NLP from hypnosis.
Okay.
Uh, as I told before, like there was a great hypnotist who called Milton Erickson. Now, a lot of his techniques have been brought into NLP, and basically, what hypnosis does is changes the belief level on the subconscious mind.
Right.
So that helps us or makes things easy to quit smoking. So far,
Kapil,
yeah.
so I have one question at this point of time. See, we understand that it can be used for theoretical purposes and also for coaching yourself to improve yourself, kind of self improvement programming. So I would like to understand on behalf of our students, is like, go about, learning what main, mode of doing that, and how long does it actually take to, master, or at least to reach to a level where they can practice that.
See, when, there are ways of doing it. Like I do actually one-to-one coaching in NLP. So depending on a person's requirement, I can help him in coaching one-to-one. That's one. Then there are group coaching sessions also, where if people with similar issues can come together. Let's say they
Okay.
want to improve, like I understand a lot of people in this group are lawyers. So let's say they want to improve their learning skills, or they want to improve their confidence skills. So they can be brought together, and we can do a group training from them to improve those particular skills. Then there are various training programs available. Like I personally do some training programs as well.
Okay.
Recently, I did a workshop on how to achieve your goals. Like
Right.
major issues is like people set their goals, but they are not able to achieve them. So NLP has a key to help people to achieve their goals. So that I did for people. It was not specifically for lawyers, but a larger audience where people who want to achieve their goals, they came together and they could figure out how to achieve their goals. Does it help, Amartya?
Yes. So we might go into further details our like substantial viewer base is consist of lawyers and law students, and they are more
Uh-huh.
interested. They will be more interested in learning about how this NLP thing will help them in their career or dealing with their clients,
Yeah,
whatever. How it
I'm
can
actually
help
coming
them
to
if
that.
you can.
Actually coming to that. My next slide, if you didn't put my next slide, is it okay if you can put my seventh number slide and it'll help?
Yeah, sure.
Slide number 7.
Yeah, sure.
Previous to this one.
This one, if I'm not
So
wrong.
let's, yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
sure.
discuss what are the skills required for a lawyer. Basically, a lawyer requires communication skills. When I say
Right.
communication, I mean like reading skills, and reading also when I say like a lawyer has to read for a very long time.
Right.
Then the next is the spoken skills, where you have the court craft and things, and then the written skills. These are, I think, the main skills for any law. But then there are others as well, like learning skills. Like
Right.
for me, I understand a lawyer is a perpetual learner. Like the learning never ends. Every day he has to new acts coming up, new cases being decided. So that's a required skill for a lawyer. Then
Right.
also the creative skills. A lawyer has to be a very creative person in terms like how a particular law can be implemented in a particular situation, or
Right.
how it can be used in a particular situation. Then a lawyer also requires people skills. Like people, when I say people
Almost.
skills, it's with everyone. Like right from the client, right from the judge towards the judge. Also, he has to have a good PR skills with him. Then also with his employees, his juniors, and then last but not the least, also skills good public skill, people skill with the opposite counsel also.
Right. It is
So if you are,
absolutely
yeah, when when you are in court, you have to tackle him differently. But when you are outside the court, he's also your friend. So you need to have a different skills there. Then a lawyer needs most important also is the selling skill. Like how do you sell your services? And then also the logical skill. Like a lot of lawyers uh, have been trained into logical thinking skills, uh, but this is also a very important skill for a lawyer. And NLP can help you with all those skills. Like there are various techniques which are available in NLP, and Also, like I just want to, because I understand this is going very theoretical part. What I'm
Okay.
suggesting is, like, I do conduct weekly sessions uh, on, and like I do conduct an NLP practice group, which I'll be sharing the details. So if anyone wants to experience how an NLP session goes, is very much invited. So I'll share my address of the meetup group which I have. So anyone who is interested, he can contact me.
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
as I was sharing, like, these are the skills, important skills required for a lawyer.
Right.
Amartya, like, let me ask you, because we don't have the other audience, like they can't speak right now. But
Yeah.
what other skills do you think a lawyer requires?
See, apart from what you have already mentioned, I think you have covered most of the things that is coming to my head as well right now at this moment. Uh,
Hmm.
I think another thing that might be is it's communication skill writing. I think another thing that might come is obviously is communication. It includes the writing thing as well.
Hmm.
Another thing that is in research, that is obviously logical part of kind of logical thinking as well. So another thing I think is the research skill that is coming. I think that is the only thing that is missing in
Okay.
this slide.
Yeah, research skills. Okay, I get that. Uh, so these are basically required skills which are required from a good lawyer. So can you bring me the next slide?
Sure, sure, sure.
So basically, these are the main areas. I don't know how a research skill can a lawyer can improve his research skill through NLP, but these are the areas which specifically help lawyers. Like, NLP can help lawyers to improve them, like a communication
Right.
skill, both in terms of no, like in spoken or written. So there are various exercises available in NLP which help a lawyer to improve these skills. Also, the learning skills, like there are n number of exercises available for from NLP. Example I can give right now is, like, and people can go and search also. There is a Hawaiian technique which has been borrowed from Hawaiian warriors, which I was referring before.
Right.
There is a technique called hakalau. Now,
Okay.
this is a very specific technique which will help you in improving your learning skills, because it brings the focus back. Like, I could give an example. Like, if you see, you've seen movies, martial art movies, you would
Mhm.
see that a warrior who is looking in artist, he's not, but then he can also see someone coming from the side or back, and he kicks in the back. So what basically he uses a technique called hakalau.
Okay.
Now, what this technique basically does is increases the peripheral vision of the person.
Okay.
Now, when the peripheral vision of the person is increased, what happens is, like, his concentration power increases. So once your concentration power increases or focus increases, your learning skills automatically increase. Another area which, as I discussed in the previous, like you require people skill.
Right.
For a lawyer, people skills are important. So here I have how you can achieve people skill by rapport building. Like, there are a lot of techniques available in NLP for rapport building. There is something known as mirroring or modeling. So these are techniques which are used for actually building rapport. How nice, like, it would be that if you can instantly build a rapport with a customer or with a client. Like, it is
Yeah.
very once you build a rapport with the client, it's it becomes the relationship becomes very smooth.
Right. Right.
Also, in the selling skills, as a lawyer, when you're coming out just from the law school, or maybe like when you're experienced also, what I feel like a lot of lawyers don't have the confidence to sell their services. And basically, what it comes from the confidence part of it. So if somehow one increases the confidence of a lawyer, or he could sell his services much better. So selling skills are somewhere related to the confidence part. But there are other skills also which is involved in selling. Offer that techniques or tips to improve your selling skills.
Yeah.
Logical thinking, I understand, like most of the lawyers are trained in logical thinking, and they would not require much on the NLP front to improve their logical thinking skills. But then I just included it because it has helped a lot of people in improving their logical skills as well when you implement NLP techniques and tips. Okay, next slide, please. Amartya, next slide. Okay,
Yes,
these are the I have shared some of the goals. A lawyer, like I was thinking from a lawyer's perspective when I jotted these goals, but then there are other goals also, which a person who wants to achieve these goals comes to a coach. But these goals are basically from a lawyer's perspective, how an NLP coach or a life coach can help a lawyer in achieving, or when you approach to a coach, I think a lot of the clients go blank, like what really they want to achieve, because most of us don't have written or well-defined goals. So apart from whatever a person can think, like these are few goals I have shared over here. Basically, like you can approach to a coach. You're expanding your thinking, like horizon, like, or like there are certain limiting beliefs which are stopping you from achieving certain goals. So an NLP coach can help you in removing these limiting beliefs. Next is you can go to a coach, and with the help of a coach, you can actually develop a financial plan to become financially independent. Because most of the lawyers have that kind of plan. Okay, next is take charge of your life instead of letting people run. Like a lot of us have buttons which our opponents or our family members, they can press and they can very well take charge of our life. So basically, you can, with the help of a coach, devise a strategy to take charge of your life instead people taking charge of your life.
That is quite
Next,
important, I think.
yes, we all have those buttons. I know that. Saying something.
I was saying it's important to be independent, like, and not be like dependent on doing something, doing or not doing something.
Okay, and next thing which I see as thinking from lawyer's point of view is like you require a very good network of people, because as a lawyer you can't advertise much, and it's good to have connections everywhere. Like you have a huge network. So with the help of a coach, you can actually have a strategy to have a network in, let's say, industry with chartered accountants and like various other fields. Then with the help of a coach, you can actually like as a lawyer, the only asset you have is time. Like that is the asset you can convert into wealth or you can waste it. So with the help of a coach, you can have a strategy to how to utilize those 1,440 assets in a day. Another goal which you can help or you can create with your coach is your survival instincts, or you're reducing the adrenal in your life. Like as young lawyers, like I know like a lot of people get exhausted very easily because they are not managing their stress properly, because in initial years there are a lot of stress in this field. With the help of a coach, a good coach, you can actually manage that stress. Another is you can actually increase your ability to process more information without getting overwhelmed. These days we are flooded with a lot of information, like, and not through one channel but various channels, maybe computers or maybe mobile or different journals, and people get overwhelmed with that. So NLP can help you in focusing yourself and not getting overwhelmed with this kind of information. Then there is various conflicts which are not limited only to office but maybe in the family as well. So NLP and a good life coach can help you devising a strategy, belief system through which you can actually manage your conflict.
Right.
And now is the most important point I'm coming to, is like, as a lawyer in a law college, this part, so one learns this when one comes to practicing. This is how to make money. And money in this new economy where everything is quite uncertain. It looks well, there is a lot of glamour, but then it is quite uncertain. So how does one make money in this new economy? Like if you see a 2 or 3 generations back, it was difficult to make money in law, but it was not that difficult. But then number of lawyers coming out, number of people who are registering in Bar Council of India is increasing every year. So it becomes a bit difficult to make money in few initial years of practicing. So here a coach can help you devise a strategy how to make money in this new economy.
Right.
This last part is my favorite. It might not be for many people, but that's my favorite, is how to add value to your customers and clients, and just for the joy of it. Like you don't have to expect to client, but I understand as a lawyer, when you help your clients with joy, going to come back to you again and again. So that was from my interest point of view, captive deliberately from my interest.
Yeah, that is important, I believe. Like, it's very important to, like, if you add value to your customers, they actually stay longer. With might more people, word of mouth, that will come back to you in some way or the other in the longer run.
Yeah, my belief is as well. Okay, let's move to the next slide.
Yeah, sure. So before we can move to the
Okay,
next slide.
you have some
One
questions?
thing is we can talk about is we have few questions from our student. Okay.
Okay,
So can you
great.
take this? Can you take this? Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure. I actually had,
for one of our
I
students.
just want to finish it, Amratya.
Okay.
I have a, just, there's only one more slide. Let me complete, then I'll come to the.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Okay, these are basically, as I was discussing before, like if you how NLP works, you can actually join my meetup group. This is its name is NLP Practice Group, and I also have
Okay.
a Facebook page for my coaching services, which is Lighthouse Coaching. So you can join that, and you can actually join me on LinkedIn as well. This is my LinkedIn address, and mobile also. That's my mobile number. I'm active on WhatsApp, so if you want to join me there, you can join me there. I usually conduct one session uh, 1 week. So if you are in, join there.
Is this a demo class or something?
And it's
Kapil?
hello. Yes, it is
Yeah,
joined.
Kapil.
It's a demo class.
It's a demo class.
Yeah,
And it's on which
and
day?
you'll find all the details about this in my meetup group.
Yeah, sure. Our students will look into it. Kapil, continue. Yeah.
And now we can come. I stopped you for this only. This information I thought was important.
Yeah,
So
sure.
now, yeah, we can have questions. We have some time for questions.
Yeah, sure, Kapil.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure, Kapil. So Kapil, we have a question from one of our students. Okay,
Mhm.
his question is that so is there any way or methods in NLP to keep the mind focused from wandering, relaxed, or enhance the attention and concentration? So basically,
I can
he
show you.
wants to understand how to
Yeah,
improve,
I understand.
basically improving the concentration,
Mhm.
and like he
I can do
also
it.
wants to know because he,
Yeah, go ahead.
yes, sure.
I heard only the
So
first
the
part
thing
of
is,
it,
he also
not
wants
second
to
part.
understand. I think this is okay. Sure. And and another thing is related to it. I think is he's asking about that he has lost interest in his earlier reading habits. So he wants to rebuild his reading habits more or less.
Okay. There are two techniques right now here. Like I can even demonstrate one over here right now, which is
Okay.
a technique I talked about little earlier, which is known as Hakala.
Great. Okay.
Now, Hakala is a Hawaiian warrior technique. Now, I
Okay.
would suggest, and this is used for improving your concentration and bringing your focus right now over here. So, I would suggest if there is something in front of you, let's say a dot in front of a wall, or maybe if you are in front of a computer, it could be a dot on your laptop in front of you. Look at it for a few seconds,
Okay.
and then as you see me, you can see like I'm holding my two in this position, like my thumb is up, and I am looking at that point between these thumbs. And as I'm also looking at my both the thumbs right now.
Right.
I'm looking at the camera there in front of me, and I'm also looking at these two thumbs. And as I expand, take your hand towards both sides of your body like this, but your iris does not change. Like it keeps on looking at the point in front of you, but also you can see still the tip of the thumbs,
Right.
right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
at
Yeah.
when you start this exercise in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
it only you can see the periphery points only till certain point. But as you improve and you practice daily, what will happen? Like you can actually see your tips of the thumb as well as the point in front of you at 180-degree level.
You're right.
Amartya, you want to practice?
Yeah.
You can practice and show it to the people as well. Let's do it. Both of
Yeah.
us can do it right now.
Yeah.
So, do you have a camera in front of you or a LED of the camera?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So you can look at the LED and start. Now, when you see right now, you are seeing the LED of the camera as well as the tip of the both thumbs. Now start
Mm-hmm.
expanding. Go, let it go like this. You're still seeing your. You still see the LED and also the tip of the thumb. Can you see both the tip, both the thumbs, tip?
Right. 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 Right.
Keep on expanding. There would be a point. Those thumbs tip will actually disappear.
Yeah. Cool.
Does it disappear?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
if you do it for
I
three
got
times,
this. Like, yeah, seriously, this works. Actually works.
it actually works. So
Yeah.
see, this is not a technique. We know a lot of people confuse this with Tratak Kriya from yoga. So this is not Tratak. This is different. In Tratak, you bring the concentration on one single point and you don't expand. But here, we are expanding. And once this is known as periphery vision. Once this expands, your mind actually comes to the present level,
Right.
to the present moment. So this is the one of the most simplest technique I can do it on. Other techniques are like you have to move around with your body and you have to do certain exercises. Like the one other question was like he has lost interest in reading. He used to read a lot before, and now he has lost. So that means he already had a skill. Only
Right.
thing I have to do is do something known as circle of excellence. If you search it on internet, you'll find that technique as well. It is circle of excellence. You can use that technique to bring back any skill from the past which you were using or someone else is even using, and you can copy it and use it for yourself.
Okay. Thanks, Kapil. That's
Any other questions?
uh right now I don't have any other question. Just a minute if I have received one. No, right now I don't have any more questions from our students. I think I'll be forwarding the slides and for the benefit of our students, also cite with them again.
Okay.
I think this is a very interesting session that we had today. It's very different from what we do usually, learning about laws. Uh, and I think this was a welcoming break for all of us. And I think most of us will need something or the other from this, has to learn from this. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot, Kapil.
Thank you, Amartya, for inviting me here for this
Sure.
session.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.